Questions for Coach? Bob Sharon.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me? Oh, God.
I can hear you great, Bob.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
All right, we're going to go ahead to Tom Westerholm.
Hey, Brad. Obviously, we were just hearing from Jalen, and it was really powerful to hear what he had to say. I was just wondering, from your perspective, I mean, what you've talked about this before, but what's it like, for you to hear, from him about these social issues, on such a regular basis?
I just walked in as he was finishing up, so I don't know what he just talked about, but I think I said this earlier on the radio. I think the time together has been even more rewarding than usual because I think all of us have had probably deeper, more connective conversations with regard to race and all that's going on, maybe even more so than before. And I think that that's probably not unusual over the last 2 months across many different groups. But, when you're a team and you're together all the time and you're eating together and you're spending every waking minute together and you really don't have anywhere else to go right now, you find yourself in great conversations. And so, I learned a lot from all of these guys. Jalen's been obviously, again, I don't know what he just spoke about, but he's been, he's such a thoughtful, smart leader. And, glad he's with us.
Mark D'Amico.
Hi, Coach. Obviously, before all of the teams signed up to go inside the bubble, there was some discussion among players in the league, et cetera, if they wanted to do this because they didn't want their message to kind of fall into the background. It really seems like this platform is helping to elevate that message. But I'm curious, just with regard to that, what the momentum feels like inside the bubble with so many players and so many coaches consistently speaking about these topics, within 24 hours of games actually starting.
I think it's obviously, of utmost importance, and it's what we want to make sure that everything is continued to discuss and everything's continued to be talked about because, the games are the games. They'll clearly get a lot of attention, but the game seems pretty small in comparison to the other things that we're talking about.
Abby Chin.
Hi, Brad. I'm going to shift the conversation to basketball. You mentioned the radio today that Kemba would be under a minutes restriction. I think you said 14 to 20. What is the ramp-up plan with him? And, we saw him the other night, but is he still doing well?
Great. Went through the whole practice today. Today was a hard practice, where we really pushed ourselves and did everything without any issues, was moving great, high spirits. So I'll be really happy when he comes out after 18 to 20 minutes, whatever it is.
John Krause.
Behind this mask. I know you can't see that.
Well, I was going to ask about Kemba, but you did mention the hard conversations, the good conversations. Can you just maybe share, like, from your own personal experience? It seems like there's a little bit more education that's been happening on your part throughout this entire thing. Just learning more from these players, learning more of their personal experiences. And I know you mentioned it a little bit yesterday about your Twitter, but it seems like this is a personal growth thing for kind of everybody involved.
Yeah, it's a conscious decision. We all need to, as we talked about yesterday when we referenced the Equal Justice Initiative, the idea of understanding and learning, and before the understanding of really how to create repair, is the critical thing, right? And so we're all trying to do that. We're all trying to learn more. I said on the radio today, we had a Zoom call with Henry Louis Gates, and we watched a 20-minute snippet of his documentary on Reconstruction, and I learned more in that plus an hour-long conversation than maybe I did in my 12 years of school. And obviously that's a discussion for another time on the need for more education reform and better truth-telling, but that's what we're all trying to do. We're all trying to learn more. We're all trying to figure out how we can help. I think we all really want to. And obviously the platform and the talking is one thing from my standpoint, but I think it's a lot more important that we are engaged in the right actions, and a lot more important that we follow it up with the right actions. And that's, everybody is very committed to that as well.
All right. Thanks, Coach.